There we go. So yeah, last time, Siphon's just fucking gone now. But we got the Book of Keys. Also, what's going on with my bitrate? It's fine, right? My bitrate is fine, right? Okay. You possess the Book of Keys in its original form. If you use this book, you can't go back home until you've mastered its techniques. Use the Book of Keys. You begin reading the Book of Keys, deciphering a complex system of characters with just a few clues. You recognize parts of it as spell phrases, or at least parts of them. I could have just got you a copy. Shake my head. Shake my head. I could have just let you borrow it. Those words pass through your brain and find their way to your lips, inducing spiritual vibrations throughout your chest. It has a magical effect, creating a circuit that circulates magic along your body, transfiguring each organ into an alchemic hearth. Just from reading this book, your mind has transformed into a machine for super advanced ritual magic. A row of magic words become tinged with a glow and take shape in midair, distorting the space around them. And then your field of vision separates from your body and rises far above. The ground is far beneath you, and you can see the framework of distinct land and sea shapes quite clearly, and directly in front of you is a blackened sky and countless stars. Wait, what? Book Keys, Zachary, I don't know how to pronounce that. The Book of Keys. Oh yeah! You could just buy one from Amazon. To separate the spirit from the body and send it to the celestial sphere as an independent existence, such is the true magic of the Book of Keys. In spirit form, one can act outside the laws of physics, breathe in a vacuum, and fly tens of thousands of miles without rest. However, it seems difficult to maintain this form in the void space without the surrounding spirit's influence being scant. So let me just double check something. As you find yourself of two minds over what to do next, you notice a huge white moon suspended nearby. Perhaps that should be your first stop. There's no one here. A blue, white, and green colored globe is floating far below. It's the world where you were born and raised. But it would be premature to go home now. You have things to do here. The moon. You soar through the darkness toward the source of pale moonlight in a starry sky. As you approach the moon, it steadily grows until its surface, made up of only light and shadow, becomes visible. Before long, you alight on the surface of the moon. Its gray horizon spreads out in every direction, front, back, left, and right, with no worthy destination in sight. Yes, sword? It's no use standing around, so you drift off, and before long, you see a small white object stirring in front of you. As you approach, you realize it's a group of white rabbits. God damn it. They are frolicking in play on top of the sandy soil. The legend about rabbits living on the moon was true. As you observe them, astonished, the rabbits discover you and attack. Oh god, not the murder bunnies. Hold on, I need to nuke them. I don't care if that was overkill. I needed to nuke them. The defeated rabbits scatter as they distort into unearthly shapes. Following them, you reach a temple that emits a whitish glow. Climbing a set of translucent crystal steps, you are greeted by a mysterious character. Lunar Nymph. Stamp, stomp, puff, puff. You have been chosen as challenger to the Stargate. A round of applause. You've seen her face somewhere before. No, no way. This is definitely our first meeting. Now, the spiritual world you are in now is a bit out of phase with the material world. Do you like star frogs? Frogs, get this guy off me! You must reach the apex of this world, the outermost part of the star system, and learn its secrets. In order to accomplish that, you'll need to overcome the planet's influence. The way forward is paved by the flow of ether and the planet's gravity, so make use of that. Also, you can fully recover here up to 5 times. Come back if you need to. So it is. You take your leave after thanking the Moon Temple's proprietress. Mercury skies. You cross through space and land on the dark side of this planet. Its surface is covered in mountains of crystal and metal, which brilliantly reflect the starlight. Crossing the looking glass plains and crystal valleys in the intense cold of the atmosphere, you come across a huge tower-like crystal. Peering deep in its translucent interior, you see some sort of large, ominous image. A giant, ancient-seeming creature with many tentacles is trapped within. As you gaze at the monster, you sensed daybreak. The sky along the horizon has begun to shine brightly. Reflecting the sunrise, the mountains of metal begin to sparkle. The enormous sun warms the ground, causing the temperature to rise sharply and dresses the surface with white-hot heat. The land of metal, heated too high, exceeds its melting point and begins to liquefy. Fortunately, your current form can withstand such high temperatures, but you cannot avoid the incoming lava tsunami. As you are about to hurry away, huge feelers broke through the lava and attacked. What message did I get? Sigil of the intelligence of Mercury. Sigil of character of Mercury. Sigil of the spirit of Mercury. I see now. Haha. Oh, goddammit, not the fucking tentacle monster again. Be gone, tentacle monster. Circlet. Ancient gold coin. You escaped the ancient monster's tentacles and flew into the upper altitude. Looking down, the sea of lava boiling and bubbling has spread throughout the surface and has giant creatures all throughout, crawling like worms. Venus skies. You descend through thick clouds and stand upon the surface of a planet. An odd liquid that is certainly not in water rains down, and the heat and humidity is stifling. You come across the flow of a river and walk along it until you get lost in a forest shrouded in rocky woods and mushroom-laden plants. Croaks echo from some life forms that look like frogs. Of course. Yeah, of course. Star frogs. While walking along, you came across a strange sight. Old one, help me. Assistance. Aid required. An unidentifiable, incomprehensible creature with tentacles is flying through the air and being chased by purple crystals. Not only that, it's using human language to ask for help. You suppose that's on par for outer space. Monsters that talk. Don't just stand there, help! Help out. Why not, right? You stand in the way of the purple crystals. Spirit of Venus. Ah, sleep attacks. Upon defeat, the purple crystals vanish like grains of sand. Huzzah! Gratitude! Friendly for a monster. The creature's body is a huge rainbow-colored cone with 4 tentacles coming out from the top. I come from a distant star, a traveler who has come to investigate this world. A pleasure to meet you. You also introduce yourself and recount how you made it here. Zounds, you made it all the way up to the cosmos with magic? In other words, you're a space mage! Somehow you're not fond of the title. That mineral life form was one that parasitizes intelligent creatures. Ah, Lovecraftian stuff. You sometimes come across them in interstellar travel. They induce dreaming in the host and reproduce within their bodies using mental activity as an energy source. If it is a creature with substance, it will only put them in a suspended state, but a mental form, like myself, would be extinguished completely. The way he puts it makes his own form and that of your spiritual form sound the same. We collect knowledge from other dimensions by transmitting our consciousness outside space-time. It's a hobby of sorts. However, I cannot return home because the stars in this system have intangible force fields. Please take me with you, so that I may reach the outer limits again. Sure, let's take it with us. I am most gracious. Let us assist each other well. Space one. He has a gun! He has a gun! We collect knowledge from... Oh, wait. It's a hobby of sorts. I could have said, please again. Yeah, high fantasy occultism. Game goes, fuck you! Meme elder gods. With a gun. Jupiter skies. There is a big planet, possibly even a giant, one could say. There are cream-colored clouds in a striped pattern along the vast surface of the planet. Land on this planet. You turn about in a circle as you make your descent. You plunge through the clouds as you continue down, but you can't see the surface, and instead are trapped within and swept away by a high-speed storm. Look, I'm not sending a sigil for everything, you get the idea. No matter how far you are taken, all you see are dense clouds, raging icy rains, and wild lightning storms of windstorms with fluid thickness. Hey, at least you let me enter the planet. A fucking fantasy RPG Maker game somehow allows you to enter a gas giant, but fucking space games don't. What the fuck is what with that? Something huge crosses in front of you. Creatures like deep-sea fish swim through the clouds and drift through the air some distance away. If you look closely, you can see many kinds of creatures in these clouds. A whale-like mountain of a shadow swims in the distance, and spherical jellyfish-esque creatures are close by. Far away, a remarkably loud crash of thunder echoes. The sounds of thunder are getting closer. The creatures in the environs become frightened and run away. Oh no! From beyond the clouds, some sort of giant made of light appeared. I recognize that shape. You've returned, noble one. I have looked forward to this. A major shock over the roar of their harsh voice and enemy attacks. I just gotta get rid of these dumb honeycomb whatever. Okay, never mind. I got. Don't you dare! Do it again! Okay, I better not die here. I will be very mad if I die. I was not expecting you to give me so much trouble. Wow, we got a rope from that. Oh, now that I look closely, you and he are not the same. As you finish off your foe, the Giant of Light mutters something. Sorry about all that. Your soul and the one of the child who stole the principles of immortality long ago are one and the same, so I goofed. Let me give you this as a humble apology. Horror Book, Volume 1. Now go forth. With a huff and a puff, the giant blows you beyond orbit. Let's summon a sword spirit. Not enough MP. Okay, fine, game. Hardbook Volume 1? I've been looking for that! What do you want with it? It's pointless. You don't need it. Also, I don't even know which book that is. Is it something... Oh, wait, it might... Oh, yeah, it's a... It teaches me a spell. Hey, I can heal the party now. That's great. Cool. I'm gonna need all the help I can get in this place. Wanted to be the mage, but no. You took the magic. Mars skies. We're in Mars now. Red sand and rocky deserts spread out over the land, and red moss grows on the parched seabeds. Cities litter the red sphere, and pockets of life are connected by canals extending from its poles. Civilization exists on this planet. You spot a town along the coastline of the Barren Sea and land nearby. Subsequently, you come across some of its inhabitants waging war. Charge! Break down the castle gates! As if, fortify our defenses. Octopus stripes person. Cowards. Die. Lulu. You have no idea what's going on, but it seems like a fierce conflict. Various races of Martian are jumbled up as a great battle unfolds. It is our destiny to make war. A voice comes from behind. A large, beautiful, cosmic woman stands and addresses you. What started this conflict was when the savage Greenskins attacked us, the Redskin tribe, in an attempt to wipe out our kingdom. The enemy has formed an alliance with the Blue and Indigo Skins, but the Blue Skins have a long-standing friendship with the Orange Skins. How am I supposed to keep up with this? I don't understand Martian wars. I don't understand Martian races. We Redskin people approached the Orange Skins to utilize this aspect and end their relationship with their Indigo Skins. But the Greenskins have spies and tried to send secret messengers to drag the Scarlet, Teal, and Pink Skins into the battle as well. This is getting tiresome. You urge her to get to the point. Long story short, the cost of the war is fried eggs. What do you put on a fried egg anyways? Romance of the 8 Martian Kingdoms... 17? Worcestershire or perhaps ketchup? To settle this issue, the war must go on. Worcestershire, soy sauce, and the yolk should be half done. Ketchup or nothing. Lulululu. This is absurd. What will you do? How about mayonnaise? And before you knew it, the battlefield had fallen silent. Mayonnaise? Was saying that a bad decision? The atmosphere is burning with tension. But suddenly the soldiers let out cheers of joy. What is it? That's it! Mayonnaise! Yes, mayonnaise, with the yolks half done. Mayonnaise is supreme. You're not sure what to think of all this, but it seems you brought them great joy. The hearts of sworn enemies among the nations of Mars united. Yes, truly, this is a miracle. You are the hero of Mars. Please take my hand in marriage as the Commander-in-Chief of Mars. No, President. But women cannot be married. That's no problem. Oh my god. Wait, hey. Let's leave. Ah, cruel fate. Time to get out before you get dragged into something else. I'm not sure about that middle circle. Oh, no, I do not want to clear my TTEXP. That's important to me. Saturn's skies. Is it a cap or a coma? This planet has a peculiar shape and is surrounded by a disc-shaped ring. As you build your understanding of the planet's form, a strange satellite comes into view from behind the planet, moving in an arc. The surface of the satellite is covered in a gray shell with a metallic luster. An eerie red light exudes through the gaps. The middle should be sun. That would make sense, I guess. That is the forward base of a dangerous interstellar race. As you watch the satellite, several creatures spring forth from it like a swarm of bees. To dot. As an equivalent to dot. Breakthrough. You charge into the swarm of strange life forms. Between Saturn and... No, never mind. Okay, yeah, sure, why not? Just literally a fucking spaceship. Why the fuck not? Migo? What's up with Migo? They're going to collect your brain in cans, Reese. You don't understand. They're the Bitcoin bros. Bitcoin bros of Lovecraft. They're the fungi of Yugoth. Ancient fresco. You broke through a gap in the massive enemies and fly out to the opposite side of the planet. As you look over your shoulder, your foes have been left behind completely and are unable to draw even with you. Better hurry from here. Can I mix anything yet? I mean, I know I... what do I mean yet? Is there anything useful I can mix at the moment? Dark skies. A huge black sphere draws near against the backdrop of the galaxy. It is a planet of obsidian. I think someone's home. That is omitted? That's good. Why? What's wrong? What's wrong with that? Welcome, Learn. Oh, Lambda, you didn't leave while I was eating, right? I mean, while I was, like, doing stuff, right? I got a little bit of, like, a pre-dinner snack, I guess. Ah. Oh no, you're sleeping. A huge black sphere rolls near the backdrop of the galaxy. As you approach the blackened celestial body, you see the surface of the planet squirm like an animal and snakishly rear its head. This planet is alive. This cannot be. The beginning and end of the universe, the origin of all life and death, entropy and negentropy. The natural enemy of all life, chaos! What a calamity! The planetary gate of chaos is unthinkably perilous. If it swallows you up, it's all over. Turn back. You turn your back on the obsidian planet and flee from this place. Now let's see what happens here. You try to slip past into the orbit of its satellite and through to the other side. Just then a group of strange creatures swell up like tentacles from the surface of the planet and rush in your direction. Oh, it's this thing. Okay. Got rusted armor, and a break where the strange monsters begin to falter. You pierce through their flank and come out on the other side of the planet. Better hurry on. Anyways, Burn, if you know, Burn, in case you're confused, you know, we're in the cosmos. I guess we're astral projecting or something, and we're joined by some kind of Lovecraftian monster with a space rifle. You know, just perfectly normal stuff, what you would expect from a game like this. The sun, of course. A disk of intense light is taking up your entire field of vision. It is the sun that is your next destination. The sun is radiating a powerful spiritual pull and blows physical and magical winds from its surface concurrently. Frighteningly strong headwinds threaten to blow even your spirit body away. Proceed anyways. According to the exposition in the first half of the Book of Keys, the sun's gravity and high winds can be used to accelerate one's path along the stars. You push on to the sun. Eventually, your trajectory takes you through a ring of flames seething around the surface of the sun. It jostles with a violent energy as it is pulled ever inward. That moment, you feel intense thoughts from inside the sun. I cannot allow you to escape from my world. Seeing your will to pass through the sun's sphere of influence, the looming existence within the star begins to stir. Before long, the surface of the sun erupted and a dragon-like entity shot down and attacked in a wash of energy. The Sun Dragon. If you don't run away, you're done for! Can I freeze it? I can damage it. Look, I'm fine, I can freeze it. I just have to shoot my water gun at the sun and we'll be fine. Why didn't the sun go out? I sprayed water on it. Jeez. Okay, fine, game. I'll run away from the big scary dragon. You escaped the fangs of the Sun Dragon. Your spirit body picks up speed and continues drawn through the cosmos with the solar winds at your back. Oh god, get these Migos out of here. Ugh. Disgusting. Purify them in holy fire. Why did we get a fishing rod from that? Did you see the link? Oh, I didn't. Let's see, let me go there. With your eyes on the stars. Alright. Let's see what's over here. Alright, this is the main event, I suppose. I wonder what happens here. Uppermost skies. You have arrived here, far from the planet on which you were born and raised. In your rear view, the sun is little more than a faint speck of glittering light. From here, I can use my powers to push apart the force field of the star system. Thanks to you, I can return to my native space-time. You have my eternal gratitude. As thanks, take these lovely points. Oh, cool! He gave me SP! Well, don't be a stranger. The alien disappeared into the void, leaving behind a faint trail of light. You press on. Before long, you spotted a dwarf star too small to be called a planet. It hangs frailly in the distant darkness, awash with sunlight. A lone figure stands on its white surface to greet you. Guardian of Keys, this is the end of the world, the place where the Mother Star's protection ceases to be. If you wish to go beyond here, you must defeat me. Oh, hey, I remember this theme from the Priest Route dungeon. Yes, we must prove ourselves, I guess. Let me just make sure you didn't disappear, Lambda. I can't believe you said pull at me. Oh no, my Wind Rider. Oh well, this is a fight between me and the Guardian. Oh well, that was quick. You have earned your qualifications. Many people once trod this path, but only a handful have ever returned. Can you choose the proper way back? Go forth, Fee. Looking up at the galaxy, countless stars are all in a row, like the great river. You depart from the surface of the dwarf star and head for the center of the galaxy. The streaming solar winds protect the planet's creatures from the forces of outer space. Hazards and invaders are swept away by these winds and render the center of the star system impenetrable. A young civilization born on the surface of the planet spends its childhood under the sun's patronage, but if you want to go any higher, you must forsake that patronage. A gate of black stone materializes before you in space, and then... Whoa, what is this? goodness, this is almost seizure-inducing. And then, a song. A song normally obstructed by solar winds can be heard from the direction of the galaxy's nucleus. A full harmonious scale tells tales of bygone days and all that will come to pass. Yeah, that's a familiar song. I think we've heard that before. The song of the heavens, playing without pause, be at the beginning or end of time, a perpetual monastic construct of mysterious meter that uses the universe itself as its instrument. Everything is right and proper about this music. It is truly blessed. Only those who are ready can hear and participate in the sound. You want to join and keep it streaming forever. You can choose forever. What does that do? God, like, if I do this, I'll have to redo some stuff. Maybe. This might be like a non-standard game over. Having experienced supreme bliss, the strife back on the surface world seems to have little significance. Your ego dissolves into the void, becomes one of its musical scales, and you carry on as part of its eternal harmony. No! You cannot. You carry the karma of distant bygone eras. You cannot achieve salvation until the appointed time has been reached. Follow an endless cycle of death and rebirth. Someone's volition flows from within you and pulls you from the light of infinitude. No way, you don't want to go back. At the moment of your intent, everything washes away and disappears. You cross over a long distance or are pulled back to your body. A feeling of falling and the pain at the moment of birth. Before you knew it, you were looking into the faces of worried friends. Tears by your cheeks, the grief of loss shakes your body. You felt as if you knew all the creation the moment you touched infinitude, but now it remains only as magical power. Heavenly Spirit, great ritual. What if I didn't do that? I thought that would just lead to, like, you know, oh, you decide to do this and just, that's it. I'm not sure. I think it's possible maybe they just heal the dragon after every turn, but... I guess I can experiment a little, right? Oh yes, the sun dragon. What if it drops an eye for end? I'd be like, game, why? Oh well, I guess critical hit, no damage. Oh well, I guess I have to do this myself. I guess I have to show that I am very powerful and awesome. Okay, that was not the move to use. 10 years later, I'm still fighting the sun. You made an ice star! See, I told you they're real! God damn it. What if killing it gets us a bad ending? We just, like, kill the sun, and then, like, all life on Earth just ends. Wouldn't that be funny? Ah, yes, that's a great ending. The perfect ending, I would even say. I've done this. It's this might actually just take. Yeah, I'm starting to think this is not meant to be winnable. I don't know. For games like these, I don't feel too good about looking inside. There's just something about games like these where it just feels, you know, forbidden to look inside the files. Also, I might see spoilers if I try, so, you know, probably best I don't. Yep, and then I just can't enjoy the game anymore because I've learned more than I like how I'm just doing this forever. Imagine if you killed the dragon, but the IRL. Oh! Oh, yeah, that would be pretty dangerous, wouldn't it? I don't know if I should continue this in that case. Sure, why not? But also I'm like, Jesus. I'm like, oh right, I'm gonna beat the sage route this stream, and then I'm just now here trying to kill the, sun now. Yes, you showed me the thing. What is it? Is this a stupid honeycomb celestial object? Yes, it's a stupid honeycomb thing. This is getting kind of ridiculous. At 410, let's throw in the towel. Alright. Oh my god, how much? Can I raise my magic even further, or is that... Okay, that must be the maximum then. Ah, yes. We're just gonna be here forever. Oh, it's about that time, so I think maybe this thing might legitimately just be unkillable. I wonder if the game is healing it after every turn. I think the maximum amount of damage you can do in RPG Maker 2000 is 999. Why am I still doing this? Okay, that's enough now. That was a total waste of resources. It doesn't... The RPG Maker skills don't do multi-hit. Oh, let's eat some fruit, I guess. And an egg! Oh, jeez, oh, God. Oh, God, this thing again. Return home. But you have things left to do. You tear your mind away from the light of infinitude, but the memory of the moment you touched it remains in your soul and takes form. Run along now. At the moment of your intent, everything washes away and disappears. You cross over a long distance and are pulled back to your body. A feeling of falling and the pain at the moment of birth. Before you knew it, you were looking into the faces of worried friends. Tears wet your cheeks, the grief of loss shakes your body. You felt as if you knew all of creation. That moment you touched infinitude, but now it remains only as magical power. Heavenly Spirit. Great Ritual. Oh, we got so much SP for that. What is Heavenly Spirit, though? Release a mysterious... Well, that's Great Ritual. But what is Heavenly Spirit? You don't seem to be able to summon here. Okay, fine. Fine game. You possess the Book of Keys in its original form, but you cannot return to the other world. Oh, welcome, Comrade Barrack. I realized early on that I'm no hero. I couldn't be bothered with all that comes with it. I just want to make scores and mess around. But thanks to the emergence of the ruins, I was able to fight monsters, be a make-believe hero. And you know something? It wasn't all it's cracked up to be. The Stargate visual effects. Wow! Lots of references I don't get. Hey Fee, I wonder if any other creatures like Enda have survived. If you guys die, I'm gonna be all alone. They won the battle, but it seems a lot of the dukes are dead now, including the one here. Fee, will we ever get to a point where people can live their lives normally again? Yeah, sure. Yeah, I'm sure you're right. Is there an event that happens if we... Okay, nothing happens. You seem to have Enda on your mind. I see. Not sure if I want to use my points on anything. Lord Kimura died on the battlefield. He took a blade to the back. Who did it? Who ordered it to be done? These things I do know, but I cannot speak them here. Oh man, a bunch of stuff. The old sage's retreat near the forest is completely burnt down, leaving only pillars and beams that are burnt black. Oops! Oh, well, I mean, we can't reform our party anyways, so whatever. What's this new power we got? Great Ritual. Never mind, I nuked everything before we could use it. Force and Lake... The fort on the edge of the lake is now under control of the Cautionites, hence no one may go in or out. Across the mountain stream is a small post station in the Shui area. At the moment, West Siwan and Temple Guard have made it inaccessible. If the turmoil in this town doesn't ever wind down, I won't be able to study ruins at a steady pace. Despite all that's happened, I still like to dabble in ancient wisdom. When you think about what people then had to go through, our conflicts and worries seem trifling by comparison. Oh, the passage of time, such sorrow, yet oh so beauty. Recently, I often have strange dreams where I walk in a labyrinthian town. Maybe it's stress-related? Ah, this place is so spooky. Oh, it's so ever so spooky. At the end of the cavern is a particularly large stone chamber. Two huge seated figures guard the gate to a burial chamber. The wall above is decorated with a painting of a sun with wings. A stifling miasma wafts from beyond the gate. You feel that the source of all phenomena to this point lies up ahead. But we're not doing that yet. Oh geez, we're too slow. Perhaps. Let's heal up. I want to fight the guy, but what is Heavenly Spirit, though? I guess we'll never know. Let's summon a spirit to help us. At the east end of the cavern is a large stone chamber. An entrance to a burial chamber is maybe it's book. Tiled mosaic of the sun. There's a shadowy figure in front of the gate. Your opponent from before, thought to have been vanquished, stands guarding this gate. It is forbidden to go any further. You would do well to turn back. Force your way through. Alright, we're taking this guy out. I think there was something else I wanted to do before I started this fight. The moment you do the fish bone, your full this body regenerates. Oh, that horrid immortality of yours. Not really immortality, you just have 7 lives. Oh, how ironic. Our dear sword spear has fallen to a sword attack. Oh, if the main character goes down, that's not good. Demon Lord. He's getting really angry. I would say he's very angry. I would say he wants us dead because of this, but you know, I don't care about his feelings. I like it when he's angry because it means I've upset him. Oh, Sword Spirit is dead. Oh well. I don't know why I've sounded so dismissively. So dismissive about that. Okay, the music restarted, so this must be the last one. To be able to exhaust all 7 of my lives, power just like his. This time his body turns entirely to dust, robe and all. Now you can enter the gate. First, let's go back for a little bit. That was a tough fight. It was a tough fight. It was, whoa, such a tough fight. Pretty tough. Well, let's keep that one save file, just in case I want to go back to it. Oops. Oh my goodness. Oh, gee, yeah, that used up a lot of SP. I don't know if I'm going to use this on anything, necessarily. Fiend. This does bring our health down, though. Not sure we really need it. I think I might be content with where I am now. Now the difficult part is finding the proper key combinations again. At the end of the passage, down a narrow set of stairs was a dead end permeated with stagnant miasma. Ancient characters are written on our wall, they appear to be carved into it with a blade. Hold on a moment. Yeah. I have to go back to my older streams and, like, remind myself what the numbers, what the associated numbers were. So, excuse me for a moment. I wish it wouldn't lag. Okay, let's see. Hello, Red Bear. I'm just figuring something out. Nope, that wasn't it. Nope, that wasn't it either. 6. 4. People. Road. So road would be 2, right? Okay. So death would be 7, I think. Year would be some... I'm not sure what year would be. There we go. The door has opened. Let's leave this place for now. I keep forgetting to come back here to get more materials. To elaborate the solution. Well, that's because like, each word is supposed to represent a different number, but, like, because I only knew how to solve it because I looked at an LP that solved it and just used it as reference, but I actually have no idea how we're supposed to figure it out on our own. I can't believe Titus II is a Minotaur. There we go. Divide Emperor 14, 15, Celestial Orbit, Ember, Chiton, 2 Rusted We got lots of stuff, basically. Oh! It was a weapon! Okay. Now I know. Craft some items. We got plenty of rusted weapons now, I think. We can, like, make a falcon rapier, silver talon, sunflail. See, we can also make maybe a. Hold on, let me see what can falcon rapier can attack twice. Yeah, that's pretty useful. Buy and sell equipment, converse, have items made, armor. Before we fight Titus, let's go around and check on our party members. It seems that the battle was won, but I'm not entirely clear on the greater outcome. The strength of our military was overwhelming, but the Dukes were somehow killed in action, one after the other. Tior defeated the enemy General Balsamus in single combat, but subsequently secluded himself in the border fort and was not heard from beyond that point. Just what was he up to during that time? Hold on. Gotta... Not. Shall we reminisce for a wee bit? Once upon a time, there was a handsome youth. He traveled with his friends and a princess to slay the Devil King. They ran into some hardships in their quest, and so the youth was cursed and given a grave injury. This curse was to live long enough to see the Devil King resurrect. He thought, I cannot bear this fate. Meanwhile, the princess and the youth had children, and he built a whole nation just to bring her happiness. Oh no! The youth wondered whether the princess could still be happy despite their hardships. Nevertheless, the nation they built soon divided as their children grew up and waged war on one another. And as the youth watched it all go down, again he thought to himself, this is a fate I cannot bear. The end. Yeah, that's all there is. There's no particular punchline, moral of anything of value, really. When I was little, I used to play around in the fields in this area. The forests and meadows in those days felt just like this. I took a journey here in accordance with the law of my tribe. Those of storied lineage are not supposed to return home until they have ground and found their shadow. You have no idea what that means either, right? Well, that's a relief. Did you call it a tie? Well, the town's safe. It feels like maybe lost their minds. Also, Prince Zero is supposed to be holding the reins, and he's just locked himself in the fort. Even if you drive away the invaders, it will be for naught if we can't put an end to the calamity. Somewhere in the labyrinth is the spirit of the ancient emperor who is the culprit of all. We must smoke him out and defeat him. Let's see. I'll take Alson just because of his damage output. Oh, he has Rote Saber now. Good. Now let us go and fight Titus. You went down a lengthy spiral path and down a stairwell. As you descend, the ceiling rises and you feel as if you passed under a break in the earth. Finally, at its end, you reach a hall of colonnades. The ceiling is now so high that it can no longer be seen in the dark. On the north side of the hall is a tall, huge gate, adorned with an 8-leaf flower emblem. Beyond this gate is a powerful being, more powerful being than anyone you have ever encountered. Are you prepared? Nope, not yet. Let me call in some help. On the other side of the gate is a vast cube-shaped space. Each wall is perfectly flat and decorated with geometric patterns. Inside a frame on the floor is a miniature world map. Hold on, gotta eat some more. Every little detail gives you a vague sense of dread. Mountain ranges of agate, rivers and seas of flowing crystal, forests of silver, cities of gold. A fearsome power created these burial artifacts. In the center of the room is the coffin of the lord of the cemetery. It is made of stone and adorned with golden jewels. You drew close and put your hand on the lid, but the coffin is empty. Only a small amount of dust remains in the corners. The time of resurrection has come. Came a voice from somewhere. Next thing you knew, darkness was welling up in the four corners of the burial chamber. Many have tried to make it this far. You are the only one who has succeeded. Dear child, I congratulate you. All your hardship and sacrifice were rites of passage in the selection of my new body. You are in the presence of Titus, ruler of the world over. I will be reborn and lord over the land once more, arbiter of both good and evil. I will overthrow the old world and the gods. Thus, with this ruler repatriated, the prophecy of the imperial capital's reconstruction is fulfilled. Now receive my authority, a pact of power and glory. Attack at once. Before you could realize what was happening, the darkness had surrounded you. It is the fate of grapes to be plucked when wheat cannot refuse its coming harvest. From the rule of law, there is no escape. The darkness takes shape. A king with white hair, immense magical power, and a huge long sword swoops down before you. Oh, we should probably defend ourselves. Fee, you have the arterial fragment. You can't let this happen to you. Oh, that was quick. So you have managed to escape the fate I would bestow upon you. However, I have arranged another means. Come to our glorious capital. Perhaps you will learn to submit when confronted with more than mere shadows. The presence of darkness has gone away, far away to ground. Founder's Raymond, proof of skill. Alright. Let's get back quickly. I'm worried about the town. Where'd that frickin' dude go? Where'd that frickin' dude go? When you went back out to town, you found that the setting sun had taken on a tinge of red. Something flew down through the clouds, fell to the ground, and vanished. It looked like snow, but it wasn't. It was a grain of sand that glowed pale violet. You hear a mysterious singing voice from somewhere. From the southern sky, it sounds as though there are children singing. Ugh, sorry. I was having trouble, like, saying stuff. Let's mix together some useful items. Fairy medicine was the one that raises... that raises magic, right? Let me test this for a moment. Yeah, it's the one that raises magic. Okay. You forgot that. What? Fate no, we don't talk about the mono worms. I can't see anything, just odd-shaped clouds. It gives me a bad feeling though. Please be safe. We got a philosopher. She gave us a philosopher's stones. Where'd you even get your hands on that? The end has come. The time is nigh. Prepare for the new world order. The old man is screaming loudly and hanging out pamphlets. Violet grit is pouring out large drops from his mouth. It's awful. The sky is falling. If that town falls, we'll all be crushed. My husband suddenly became bedridden and encased in some kind of jewel. What's going on? I found it under like a rock. You can have it. Gives Philosopher's Stone. Oh, so I'm like, I guess Daenerys doesn't... Wait. You can see light in the back of the ruins. When you get close, you find a lot of phosphorescent mushrooms and plants. Look for medicinal herbs. Oh, yeah, I guess since Daenerys isn't here now, this is where we would go to get plants and stuff. Sad. Everyone went to see the bizarre mirage by the river. Seems like everyone downtown lost their marbles. Let's rest for now, just so we can get all our strength up. Clouds hang over the surface of the river and are dyed an unnatural red color by the setting sun. The wind blowing over the sky swept away the clouds, revealing what was behind them. A city floating between the clouds, a spire stretching from the heavens to the earth, an ancient temple floating in the air, structures floating in the sunlight, and a beautiful singing voice raining down endlessly. A mirage or something real. Violet sand pours down from the ancient city as it floats in the air. Some feared it was the end of the world. Others believed it a good omen. Some people dreamed of an ancient empire enclosed in violet crystal. They all were unified by the conception that it was the return of the Archean Empire. The proof was in the contours of its floating capital. And when you glance down, you can see your friends among those who came to see the aerial city. They have gathered to assess and take the challenge in front of them. Up to 4 people can form a party for this scene. If you want to reselect your party, please press the party breakup icon in the bottom right. Is that the big kahuna over there? Looks godly. How vain. Say, doesn't that look like the illusory city one went down to at the bottom of the ruins? Maybe we can bust into it in a similar fashion. Maybe this isn't the time or place, but this is so exciting, a strange city in the sky. Doesn't it make you feel something? I don't know what sort of fight awaits us, but I'll protect you, even if it costs me my life. We gotta save Siphon, so keep us... yeah. It's merely a dream. City is still gone. The Archean Empire is reborn. Arcadium is coming down. You have anything to say to me? Ask for advice. Just a hunch, but... if there's someone you want to rescue, you might want to take only 3 people. Just leave enough space for 1 person, that's all. Interesting. Remove all party members. Man, I'm just speechless. I can't help but stop and stare whenever I see that city. If that ideal country comes to fruition, I feel as though whispers are telling me that it's possible to eliminate all conflict and misery from the world. I need your DPS. You're so powerful, Jesus Christ. The appearance of the illusory capital will cause unrest and strife between the hearts of the people. It seems there are people who can see the city and people who can't. There is a difference in how each individual perceives it. To wit, we can infer that it has no particular substance, but a projection of the contents of our hearts. Here are the stories. Stories are for good times around the fireplace or bonfire. Times of laughter, tears, remembering the old days, those sorts of things. Maybe even naughty times. It's a tad boorish to flaunt it out in the open, or to use that kind of talk to get ahead somehow, though. He has 100-man slash an 8-sword battalion. Huh? Oh my god. Okay. Sorry for that interruption. Bard's song has power. The legend goes that an ancient ruler brought the people of the wilderness together with such feats, and the myths passed down in secret among nomadic people support this notion. The ancient empire appears to be trying to do the same thing on a much larger scale. If I was bigger, we could just fly there. But I can't fly either, so I guess we gotta think of something else. The inside of the loft was filled with the singing of the same mysterious voice raining down from the sky. Alright, Lambda, are you ready for the final stretch? I'll check my equipment while I wait for your answer. Oh no, you're asleep! Now you can't watch! Hey! The crystal covering Chuna's body emits a violet light. Touch the crystal. Okay, is my mic on? Yes, it is. If you proceed further, you cannot go back. The atmosphere is thin, and the clouds flow at your feet. High in the sky is a palace which towers upside down from the heavens toward the ground. You have finally arrived at the resurrected imperial capital of Arcadium. The surrounding mid-air structures have only a vague presence. Furthermore, the direction of gravity and sense of perspective are out of order. Touch 1986. These feelings collectively indicate that this place exists in an unsteady flux between reality and unreality. In the surrounding rocky areas are flowing crags shaped like arena seating. Hold on. A chorus of children are lined up on top of them with their hands joined in prayer, singing a mysterious song. They sing a paean of the glory and permanence of humanity's works. Talking about crystals, not that. It's an epic that illustrates a land of liberty by uniting the world through heroic struggles and the fraternity of man. But you remember what you saw in the celestial realm. Oh, this is slightly different. You'll remember what you saw in the celestial realm. This song is just a crude facsimile of its music. You'll recognize some of these children's faces. The souls of the petrified children are imprisoned here. But even as you call out to them, they continue to sing with vacant expressions and do not answer. They are too far away for you to try and extricate them. Your efforts are in vain. They are the foundation for the ceremonial magic that serves as building blocks for the imperial capital here in the realm of oblivion. Said a voice. Looking up, you see a figure on the steps above. This scene is the dream that dwells within the people of the world, a mental image modeled from the memory of the Empire, with those sleeping in crystal as its nucleus. Their song stirs the hearts and minds of the people. Ambitions and ideals take root and spur on battle. And at the end of this cycle of conflict, my throne is created anew. The entire history of mankind is nothing but my instrument. This figure wears the body of Siphon, but its voice is someone else's entirely. Ask how you can moralize all this. Moralize? 'Tis foolish to ask. How can a child crush an insect and not be filled with malice? They are simply acting as they have given providence. Similarly, to seek power and immortality is the true essence of humanity. I was the first to awaken to our true nature, and my reign cannot continue until I am the last. It seems that exchanging words no longer holds any meaning. You point your weapon at Titus. I see you've made your choice, an exercise in futility. As you dashed up the steps to commence your assault, Titus stepped backwards and floated lightly in midair. We shall begin our harvest once more. Come, play to your heart's content. Titus flew through the air and landed at the base of a tower at the rear. If you defeat Titus, your long search will be over. Chase him down, corner him, and bring him down. Let's settle this with our own hands. If you do battle with him from afar, someone like me isn't going to be of much use. Anyway, just do whatever you can to close the gap and continue our onslaught. Oh yeah, there's nothing I love more than the music that plays in this final segment. At the end of the stairs is an inverted tower. Even the direction of gravity is indefinite in this illusory city. You step inside a window into a parapet and head to the bottom of the tower. That's to say, you ascend upward. The stairs inside are bent and twisted throughout. Ceilings become floors, become walls. You get dizzy moving through it all. With some difficulty, you come out to a space where you can see the open sky. Your foe awaits. Titus stands above a building, floating in midair. He lies in wait, surveying the illusory capital and the land below. It has been too long. Let the battle be joined. Come. Powerful destructive magic and martial arts run wild, and in the aftermath the stone scaffolding is plowed like soil. He continues his devil-may-care onslaught, soaring over the wreckage as he remains suspended in midair. You are fervent in your efforts, as to be expected of my scion. With a joyful grin, Titus again rises in the air, this time landing on a bell tower some ways away. At this distance, it's unlikely that anything can reach him except long-range attacks like magic and projectiles. If you don't close the distance, short-range attacks will have little effect. Pursue Titus. You hurry on to pursue your foe. You must cross a narrow bridge nearby to get to Titus's location. A narrow bridge is erected before you lean at Titus' location. You begin crossing the white stone bridge. You'd better hurry. But just as you thought you heard a walking voice, Titus shot a magic spell from afar. Your foe is far off in the distance. If you can't reach them, just run. A pillar of lightning scores a direct hit on the bridge. You run to the other side just before it's destroyed. The crumbling bridge slowly drops in your wake. Your path of retreat has been completely cut off. The only choice left is to move on Titus. Hanging gardens are constructed on artificial ground supported by a number of pillars. Apples grow ripe on the drooping branches of fruit trees, rising to the same altitude as the clouds. There are people wandering between the trees with dreamy looks. A man in priest garb is walking around with his eyes lit up. Was this beautiful city built by human hands? Do the gods mean to demonstrate to us that mankind still holds great potential? A man wearing a toga is muttering to himself while walking around. This is the place for my story! Wait, then who the hell am I? A familiar woman is sitting at the base of an apple tree. It seems that our dear ancestor means to trap you here in this illusory capital, but he's at the end of his rope. He got carried away and is running out of fresh bodies to possess. Chase him down and give him his last rites. If you keep up your onslaught, you will eventually deliver a fatal blow, and that will be that. Feeling confident? Yeah! Atta girl, that's what I like to hear. Come here, let me stroke your hair. Anyway, give him hell. Small temples line up on a foundation supported by pillars. Titus is standing on a bell tower with his arms outstretched, looking down at you. What happened? You're late. Titus has commenced his attack. The top of the bell tower dragged into the battle is smashed, and the spell makes an upsetting rattle as it tumbles down. Titus again soars through the air with a determined smile and descends at a distant place. Oops, didn't mean to do that. To get to the other side of the city, you'll have to walk across the rocks floating in a circle around the aerial palace. You don't know what'll happen if you step off. Across the rocks, you began to cross the flowing rocks. Try your luck. Everyone moves safely. I don't know if it's possible to fail that. I wonder if it's there just for the added tension. You jump from rock to rock to get to the other end. Get them. However, hearing what you believe to be Titus' voice, enemies pop up and surround you. They are mysterious beings that are neither living nor mechanical. The Imperial Capital's custodians swoop down. You rout the swarm of enemies and plunge toward a floating cloister on your way to the other side. Titus is very close now. Buildings of all sizes fit together in complex configurations, completely ignoring the laws of physics and form an enormous three-dimensional mange. Avenues go up walls, alleys stretch into meaningless dead ends, and pillars extend upside down. A gate leading nowhere stands atop stairs protruding from the bizarre townscape into the air. Titus lies in wait on top of it. Geez, not that attack. You engage with Titus in Mortal Kombat, running through streets left and right, top, bottom, front, and back for that matter. The wind frames of the buildings have collapsed and bricks lie everywhere. Yes, run! Run for your life! At the height of the battle, Titus again soars through the air and lands in a remote location. A cylindrical tower lofts high in the air, surrounded by massive parapets. Thousands of saints with their hands linked in prayer are lined up in the middle in the hollows of the walls. Are they really just statues? As if under construction part of the row is missing and allowing you to climb up. All atop the parapet is the figure of Titus. It's time to settle this. Titus has launched his offensive. Ah, jeez. I don't like that attack. It's like, if luck is against you, it'll just instantly kill someone. Titus again flew through the sky with a stern expression and landed in a far-off area. Small temples line up on a foundation, supported by pillars. Titus is standing on a bell tower with his arms outstretched, looking down at you. You are stubborn. Titus has commenced his attack. Oops. I didn't mean to do that. What? Is a good fortune or the god's reward for tenacity? Having exchanged onslaughts endlessly, a blow with all your might finally penetrates Titus's defenses and his weak point. I can't regenerate in time. There is no way I could be wounded like this. But this is merely a substitute after all. I cannot win with a body like this. Titus escaped to the skies and retreated to the aerial palace. It's time to finish the job. The sun is setting. The palace floats upside down in the center of the imperial capital, rising from the heavens to the earth. Several obelisk-shaped minarets, hundreds of sculptures, and thousands of pillars manifest the majesty of the aerial palace. No imperial castle built on land can surpass this aerial palace. This palace expresses concretely the yearning for honor, authority, and glory in the hearts of the people. However, when you cross a narrow stone bridge to the other side of the aerial palace's foundation, you realize there's nothing there. There's simply a flat surface of rough brass-colored metal, illuminated by a setting sun. The entire foundation is perfectly circular and revolves in a manner imperceptible to the body. A number of gear-like parts float in the upper air and rotate at their respective speeds in joint operation with the palace. If a small gear makes 60 revolutions, another might make 12. They give way to other gears that make perhaps 6 rotations. Through gears upon gears, the palace revolves a little more with each passing moment. Behind the scenes of this florid, illusory capital is an enormous clockwork machine gently marking the passage of time. In the center of the brass-colored stage lies a boy collapsed, trailing a long shadow. He cautiously steps in the direction of the figure, but he seems he lacks the strength to fight any longer. A pool of blood fills the space around him. How? You laughing? Don't make that face at me, Fee. Treat Siphon's wound. You tried everything in your power to staunch Siphon's bleeding. Your efforts were not in vain. You were able to bring Siphon back from the brink of death. I don't need your mercy. Don't turn me into an even bigger embarrassment. Siphon was added to the party. At that moment, you saw a light overhead. You thought it might be a falling star, but it wasn't. It's something like sparks gathering in the sky, steeped in black of night. There we go. Has he learned anything new besides Slaughter Spell? Unseen power. Yes. Along a labyrinthine path is a temple with rows of pillars. When you step inside, clean air envelops her body. A large stone chalice was placed on the altar at the back of the temple with clean water still left inside. If all members drink this water, there will be 3 helpings left. You scooped the chalice's water with their hands and brought it to your mouth. Everyone fully recovered. And well, there we go. Siphon's back in our party now. Congratulations, you're not dead. Let's make another fairy medicine. Alright, Lambda. Ready for the final battle. We're going to finish this. Again. Uses converse. Dot 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 dot. Ah! Yeah, just nothing. Just a whole bunch of nothingness. Let's do it then. You feel an overwhelming power. You look up high. I see it now. To bring you into this world was a mistake. More than any of my previous vessels, you were distilled to my purest essence and held the potential to surpass me. But that is also what makes you such a worthy vessel. As long as I reside here, at the limits of the palace, at infinity, my power is insurmountable, and I will be your end. The rotations of the surrounding gears intensify and spark purple lightning. Tens of millions of minute ball lightnings released into the air become connected by electric tails and mature like living creatures. 3,000 years ago since I lost my flesh, 2,000 since my name was forgotten. No matter the accumulated wisdom, those with no flesh, no name, only lose their hearts. But I understood it once, that strife and domination are the true nature of man. If that is true, I will wrest my own heart back up from my own body and rule the world with my own name. And so a giant of pure lightning came into being, and electricity came together to imitate a neural network. Long ago, in a far-off place, one man duplicated his consciousness and personality with stored lightning and concealed it at the world's end. All of that energy is unleashed in an instant. Light is my will, lightning my wrath, infinitude my dominion. Already I am untouchable, and now you will fall into the ravine of time. Let's just, like, defend for now. World turn. Just then the stars began to move all at once. The celestial sphere begins to revolve, and the light of the stars become loci, which draw lines. The air becomes heavy like water and destroys space-time. On the contrary, body and soul exposed to the tempests of raging time become burdened with days of fatigue with every passing moment. All flowers which bloom must also wither and die. Only I have the power to oppose this law of time. Can we use the Ethereal Fragment now? Granted, I'm worried he's probably going to one-shot us on the next, immediately, like on the next turn, before we get a chance to buff up. The celestial sphere only accelerates, and the moon draws bright lines in the skies that waxes and wangs. Energy pours in from us outside the barrier through the ethereal fragment. You feel the caress of someone dear. Overwhelming power fills your body to the brim and struggles for supremacy with the space-time distortion. I am divine intervention. Okay, so one thing I want to mention, I have seen like the, you know, the final boss in the Japanese version, in the Japanese language version, and I think this line might be a mistranslation. Because like what got translated to I was Onore, which, like, I guess it can potentially be translated to I or oneself, but I think in this context it's supposed to be more like damn or curses. So I think, judging by from what I saw in the Japanese language of the final boss, I think the line's supposed to be something like curses. Is this divine intervention? Which makes a bit more sense here. But I'm not 100% sure. But anyways, it's time! We must do this. The sky grows lighter with the break of day. However, the sun runs up the celestial sphere at a breakneck speed and disappears into the west sky. Even the sun has blown to the winds. Prone with the whims of the barrier. Okay, I guess Sad Sealbot didn't like my trivia. Sad Sealbot does not care for trivia, I see. Yeah, that is a lot of damage! Oh yeah, Siphon's line when he uses Slaughter spell, though. Death is the end for all things. Death and shit. Uh-oh. Oh god, Siphon, I can't believe you got one shot. He came prepared by being a lightning lich. But besides that, he has a fucking plan of doing his original plan. Oh, you're a mage. I possess a friend. Despite what background... I'll use a little girl as a vessel. Yeah, I know, right? Oh, goddammit, you can't miss these, Alison. Alright, we did it! Within the time limit, too. Your relentless onslaught disturbs and weakens the lightning that composes Titus' soul. The shockwaves of battle destroy the surrounding gears and scatter fragments into space. Eventually, the finishing blow penetrates the core of Titus' remaining ego. You killed him with the Book of Keys spell. Yeah, I did it. Fee, my scion, my foolish child, fulfilling the sage mentor wishes and his hopes. I wasn't even... Wait, was that the final hit? I actually don't remember if that was actually the final hit. My foolish child. What I have established is the very essence of humankind. Though my flame may be extinguished, nothing will change. The memory of my empire has already been brought back on the surface. There will be naught by strife. Though this consciousness may cease to be, my existence is firmly stamped throughout history. You should continue your existence, you, one solitary person, and you should continue to resist the cruel hands of time. I know now, for the first time, what it means to have lost. Farewell, world, for I truly loved you. The disc-shaped spiritual nucleus along the center line of Titus' body shatters and successes bursts and is annihilated. Overload. It's either overload or overlord. Overload mainly because his body is made out of electricity, but I don't even know. Overlord just sounds more thematically appropriate, maybe. And so the illusory capital began its collapse. It all crumbles to nothing. The temples, the pillars, the palace, the galleries, the stairways, the towers. You run in search of some sort of escape, some sort of deus ex machina. The very ground under your feet begins to distort and collapse. You fall like in a dream and fall. And then a month following your departure. Alright. What file am I gonna save in now? Jesus Christ. Maybe this one, honestly. Since that's the one before we go to the city, I think. No one to converse with. What? Hey, what's up? I've been searching high and low from the library to the graveyard, but there's nothing left to find. I wanted to learn all of Titus' magical secrets, but it seems they've all been lost with him. Perhaps I just need to be patient. Maybe they even exist within this town. Also, how would one come back from a life of crime from place to place, stealing rare books from castles? But it's unfortunate that they were able to make such a fool out of you. It's been a while. I'm thinking that I'd like to challenge someone to a contest of all one's might. Just you wait. However many years it takes, I will surpass you. Ask why he seeks power? Why? The why doesn't matter. It's self-evident. Want to become enthralled by magic, you can't help but seek power. Strength, sophistication, freedom. The temple priests and academy sages who resist this side of magic are just hypocrites. Offer to get stronger together. Huh? Did you get brain damage or something? Do you not understand I'm trying to beat you? Still want to be with you. What a cruel response. Ew! What are you trying to say? Have you lost your mind? Has your brain tissue gotten too soggy? He added that he regretted ever getting involved with you. Well, maybe just to investigate the ruins a bit more. It's not really about you, specifically. As he said that, he turned away, hiding his face. Ah, easy money. Anything goes, as long as you do it big. Paris was the same as ever. Fee, don't startle me like that. Yo, I'm bored though. Things got pretty cool for a while there, but now it's back to be the eternally lame. Yeah, he's a tsundere. I thought maybe I'd become hired muscle, but Chuna nagged me out of it. Well, if you guys are gonna get all bent out of shape over, I'll be a good little boy for now. But man, I'm climbing the walls. I need another big score. Think I just came up with something. Think there's any opportunity in ruins still? Something like a personal discovery tour? We guide him through the ruins, then some of us pop out and startle him. That would be great, don't you think? Sounds awesome. Really think so? Alright, let's do this. I don't know. Business is pretty slow. Wish someone would cause another uproar. All those days ago. You seem to have Siphon on your mind, of course. Oh my god, yep, Daenerys is not alive in this timeline. You all have done well. The ashes of war remain to be swept out, and I'm sure our problems are not over, but for a while at least we can enjoy relative peace. Let's not undersell that. Enda is swinging a broom like a spear. Ah, Fee, I'm helping. I'm super good at it. Tell me I'm doing a good job. That does not seem to be true. Chuna can tell you how to be helping too. She's very nice. I'm happy to help. Chuna looks worn out. No. If you have to move the chair to sweep under the bread, you can't just throw the chair. Chuna and Enda are making quite a racket. Ah, hello, Fee. Right now I'm working here at the temple doing chores, cleaning, kitchen duty, things like that. I spend half the time looking after Enda though. Chuna seems a bit worn out. But it's thanks to you all that I can even do anything at all. Thank you. Chuna bowed her head with utmost ceremony. Thanks to you, everyone is saved. You don't know how happy this makes me. Seeing you vanquish Titus, as you vanquished Titus, the Temple Guard sought reconciliation with the dukedom. As a result, the kingdom of West Siwa was left high and dry, and the war cannot continue. It's safe to say this town should see peace for the time being. I suppose congratulations are in order? The old sage's retreat near the forest is complete. Yep, still burnt down. The number of refugees who have settled... No idea! I think he might just have kind of disappeared. The number of refugees who have settled in the slums have gone down, but there is an increased number of migrant workers. It seems they've already become a fixture here. Ah, Fee, great to see you. I have business back in the capital, so I want to discuss something important before then. The mystery of the petrified children has been solved, and the monsters have been wiped out. But there's still a heap of issues. The Archduke is seriously ill, and his successor Tior has disappeared after doing away with the major lords. Yeah, he just disappeared. I think according to NPC dialogue, he just locked himself in his fort, and then that was it. The Nest Dukedom is on the verge of civil war between the Imperial faction that supported Tior and the lords who wish to wear independence. Both sides lack leadership, so the forthcoming battle has not yet arrived, which is good, but if we don't solve our internal affairs quickly, West Siwa may invade again. So, will I be able to make it to Nazari and reconcile the two factions? Probably dead when Titus disappeared. Probably. I will, of course, do my best. It seems that Tior had a child, so perhaps I can use that to our advantage. Not that I wish to use children per se, the end certainly does not justify the means. I worry how much of a difference someone like me can really make, but I don't want to lose my way. That being the case, I take my leave of this town. Thank you for all that you've done. Please continue to protect the people of this town from any future calamities. And so Alson left town with his attendants. The town's restoration is going well. The current issue is how to manage the newly burgeoning shanty town. There's so much to be done, it makes my head hurt. Now that Prince Tior is gone, will Lord Alson be a suitable replacement? He seems a little... I don't know. I've been thinking about taking some time to consider the future now that things have died down. Oh, no. Don't. I want to check in on my hometown. I'm worried about my brother and want to find where he's disappeared to. Until now, it's more important to attend to my duties here. But since our Lord's death, I'm not sure what my obligation is. I'd like to leave town for a bit and think it over. I come from the countryside to work for the local government. I came from the countryside to work for the local government. You can rely on me. It's time for me to be going again, unfortunately. Hold on, let me drink some water. It's surprisingly cozy here, so it's a shame to have to leave. The party's over. If only I'd made a serious effort, I could have been a hero. Ah! With Titus destroyed, the turmoil done with, for me it is now the crucial moment. Now archaeological sites can be explored and excavated without any additional hassle. What is being discovered now is only the last 1,000 years of an empire. There should be older ruins below. I also wish to clarify the mechanism by which an above-ground city moved underground, maintaining its shape. My guess is that originally there was a vast underground world here, and that city fell to ground. My husband was saved. So much has happened, and I'm looking forward to peace and tranquility now. Welcome! I do not want to buy any food from you. Fuck you. Haha. Fee, welcome. What's up? Me? Not much more than it looks like, just tending the store as usual. Working here was like a dream when it was hustle and bustle, but now it's completely peaceful. But there are many things that can't go back to the way they were. It seems that the searchers are all going home now that it's over. But that's just what happens. It just feels so lonely. It's like when they pack up at the end of a festival. Hey, I was just about to say goodbye. It's about time to leave this town. So he said without any prior indication. There's nothing left for me to do. No, there's nothing left for me to do here. I'm going out wandering again. The future holds many things. Find your own dream without getting swept away in the dreams of others. See you around. Adios. And with that, Laban wandered off, seemingly aimlessly. The ruins boom is about to hit. Other companies are rolling in and commerce is up, up, up. Okay, good for you. Don't bother coming back, princess. There's still plenty of demand here in this town, so I'll be keeping up with that. No thanks to you. We don't have a home to go back to. God damn, that's sad. We're just permanently lodging in the pub now. I'm gonna be a great grandpappy. I want to tell you all about all sorts of things that come up with that. But I never really saw what all the fuss was with that kind of thing. I'll have to figure out how to spice it up a bit. There's no place for me without war here, without war and intrigue. Rummaging through ruins and being an escort gets kind of old. Feeling a yawn come on just thinking about it. To have someone else rush in and grab the gold before you is heartbreaking. And no, I wasn't talking about you. You're cool. The ancient city craze continues on. That means that excavation and business will continue. However, even though there are still many monsters in the ruins, the number of people willing to act as escorts is decreasing. What happened to the mages and dwarven blacksmiths after General Dior was done with them? If they were still here, they could help me operate the Iron Cavalry and take over the world! See, did I get everyone? Time to finish the story. Death is the sole usurper of human life. Not all heroes have happy endings. But this tale ends happily. Let this tale end here in a moment of triumph. And so the tale ends, but adventure will never die. There we go. That's the good ending. Again, that was the sage route. We still got one more route to do after this, but I don't know when I'm going to... if I'm going to start it, like, the next time I'm free, or... just... or, like, give it a little... just give it a little, time... a little break before I continue. The legendary Seal Route! I like how Laban is accompanied by a golden cat. I can tell it's a golden cat because, you know... Finn. Save clear data. Save this here. He has his own network. Now, I'm not starting a new playthrough now. I'm just like... you know... I just want to see the bonus content. Single stream... No, we're not doing that! Ah, the third bonus. Ruina. Another... let's see. Haito no Monogatari. Thrilling TRPG replay Ruina. GM, game map. Alright, let's get started. Ready, Nell, Wizard, Siphon, Thief, yup. Olsen, Mercenary, let's go! Mellow Dark, Priest. Ah, Daricia, are you feeling alright? You're looking a tad blue. Yes, I was up all night with the manuscript. Daricia Knight. But I'll be okay, we have some first-timers today, so this has to be done right. You don't seem okay, but, well, don't overdo it. Nell and Mellowdark, this is your first time. Do you already know how TRPGs work? I'll be fine. I get the gist of it. I read fantasy novels. It's like those games, Final Something, Something Quest, but with dice, right? Sort of, I guess? It's like improv. Now let's create our characters. Please choose your classes. I'm the Wizard. Dex-type dagger and trap thief, specializing in dual-wield, sneak attack, and coup de grace. Everyone knows thieves are the strongest attackers. I'll be a priest. I am a knight of many years. I have relinquished my territory to my son and gone into retirement as an adventurer. A bit stiff, no? I am the warrior Gerard, prince of the lost kingdom of Transilus and a mercenary for the reconstruction. What? That's not an established setting, but Transilus was a mighty sacred kingdom given the divine protection of the spirits of the dead, but it was laid to waste by a pagan cult. Well, we can iron out the details later. You can incorporate it into one of the vacant spaces in the remote regions. Has become the thing he hates the most. Your class, a rogue. Hey now, he knows how to lockpick, you know. He knows how to lockpick. That makes him a hypocrite. I wrote up a whole setting for the Transilus royal family at home and printed it out. Please look it over later on. Yes, of course. Now, please figure out your ability scores and equipment. You don't need a stupid wand. If you're a magic user, you want to sell all your stuff and buy a Chris knife. But wands are wizardly, and I don't want to be naked. All you're gonna be doing is firing off a spell or two from the back. You don't need armor. Let's all respect each other's playstyles, yeah? Mellowdark, how are you doing? I bought a mace, a bishop's staff, and a dagger. So that gives me 28 attack power? Priest may only equip one weapon at a time. Siphon knows what's... Yeah, strip naked and fire off spells. Daricia, perhaps you'd explain it a bit better? Sleeping? Perhaps we can take a short breather. Mellowdark, here, let me show you. And so the reigning lord has tasked you with investigating the caverns. At last, you've made your way there. Understood. For the pride of Transilus, we will surely carry out our duty. Bows. Wherever Transilus even is, going down the steep slope of a narrow tunnel and following a passageway extending from a rift in the rock formation. You step into an open area. Guano and the remains of living things have piled up and accumulated over the years. Let's make quick work of this. I'll take the lead and look around. Yeah, I'm not gonna make it that easy, you know. There is something in the center room, a wriggling, slippery creature. A monster? Time for some magic. It's just a neural. We don't need you yet. Get back from the vanguard. Yeah, that's right. Let me be your shield, fair maiden. If anyone is to die, it should be me, the veteran past his prime. Oh, you will die. Fear not, venerable old one. We will face what may come together. On the honor of Transilus. It's just a neural. It's literally just the first enemy in the entire game. You were victorious, so we may now proceed deeper into the caverns. Yes. Did we start playing already? Yes. But where's the game board? Or the wheel? Or the cards? We don't use any of those things for this game. It's a little different from a board game. What? So it's just calculations and paper? Yes, that is correct. I'm sorry if it seems rudimentary. Wow. Huh. Proceeding to the back, you find another room. There are 4 Earth Demons. They haven't spotted you yet. I move to the shadows and make a... It's just a stupid honeycomb Neo roll. Shadows to make a surprise attack. Okay, roll for it. And success! Just a minute. It's cowardly to just go for a surprise attack when you don't know if they're even your enemy. Of course they're our enemies. They're friggin' goblins. Come on, roll the dice. My character wouldn't act that way. We're role-playing. So I have to intercept Siphon. Move to intercept Siphon. What? While you were arguing, the demons noticed you. They assault you with weapons. Just great. If you're making the first move to Orange, for Silas, I attack with my sword. Crap, it came off. I attack. You score a hit and do some damage. Now it's Theresia's turn. Huh? Oh, yes, I attack. Okay, you hit. Now Siphon. I switch to dual wield. I aim for their weak point, increasing the chance of an insta-kill by 15%. And I also throw a snare, stunning them. Crit for 32. Huh? Did you just use all your skills simultaneously? It's legal. They only had that unclear distinction between passive and active skills in the first edition. Sorry, guess even GMs don't understand all the rules sometimes. Alright then, you eliminate one in one shot. Okay, my turn. Can I use the Will-O-Wisp spell? There's 3 left, so use Lullaby. Huh? Do it quick, come on! I'm done. I'm just being led around told what to do. This isn't fun at all. Crap. Okay, Nail's Will-O-Wisp spell blows the enemy away. Ba-boom, you did it! Magic so strong, yeah! He plays TTRPG like you. Still sullen. Now comes the enemy attack! Victory! I use first aid. You have my thanks, pals. I'm kinda beat. I'll get us some tea. We should head back to town. That's what you think. I'm sorry, then you hear a girl scream from the back of the passageway. Women and children in need? We must lend our aid. All according to plan. As you proceed down the passage, the girl is chased by a gray-skinned monster. Yeah, oh, save me, wiggling. Everyone's still silent. Oh, quite the acting chops, if I do say so myself. Well, that's the situation. What will you do? Is it a stone demon? Maybe we should run. Those are tough. No! Is that any way for a warrior to act? Coward. Yeah, you tell him. Adventurers need to know when to back off if it's too dangerous. Rationality is role-playing, right? It's not about role-playing at this point. We just need to see the end of the story. Huh? TRPGs aren't about the story. They're about how you can make the best decisions in a given situation. No, it's about improvising a story with multiple people playing different roles. It's creative. A bunch of amateurs sitting around jabbering. Are you actually finding some sort of literary benefit in this whole thing? Might as well just be choking your chicken. Hey, you two. I got us some potato chips. Why are you even playing with other people if you don't want the social aspect of it? There's nothing social about it. We're pretending to be other people entirely. Cut it out. Theresia, help me media here. Burned out completely and looking dead. Ukya! Please, we must cooperate at least. Somewhat. This is really making for a terrible atmosphere. Who would want to immerse themselves in a setting where they can't talk a little shit every now and then? Somebody, please help me! These chips won't open. Poopy. No one likes a mean-spirited jerk telling them how to play. That's not what friends do. Jerk? I'll tell you who's a jerk. Oh, Gerald, please come save me. I must have your babies. Stop this now. You're getting penalized. Yeah, you tell him, Game Master. Yeah, which of us is in the right here? Why don't you tell us, GM? How did I get involved? Well, I think the truth is somewhere in the middle. Yeah. What? Come on, give us a real answer. You're a GM. Make a decision. Or are you a wuss too? Hey, I don't know. Let's just forget about it. Pitiful. Shit for brains. Hey, dice are not for throwing. There's potato chips everywhere. Ew, you're getting grease all over my character sheet. My tea got knocked over! My rule book! So, this seems like a good stopping point. We'll pick up from here at our next session. Yeah, sorry for everything today. Yeah, whatever. Okay, sorry I slept through almost the whole thing. Thanks for having me. Think maybe I'll find a new group. Today was fun. Huh? Mellowdark, you had fun? Yeah. He barely said a single word. I figured he was ignoring me too. See you next time then. Everyone shuffled out the door one after another. Well, better tidy all this up. Just gotta keep at it. Just a little more. Knocked the chips over again. Well, that was the third bonus material. I wonder how many bonuses there are. But anyways, there was that. There was fucking that. Anyways, that's the end for now. We'll see what happens on the night route the next time. I stream this.